Hello students, welcome to the session 11 of GST Unit 1. So in the previous class, we understood few important definitions under CGST Act 2017. Let us continue with the same topic and learn more important definitions as per CGST Act 2017. Let's begin with the understanding of composite supply. So composite supply defined under GST Act is as composite supply means a supply made by a taxable person to recipient consisting of two or more taxable supply of goods or services or both which are naturally bundled. So here we should understand the supply of goods or services. That supply consists of two or more taxable supply of goods and services. It's more than one, two or more taxable goods or services. We can say the bundle of goods and services that is been sold by one taxable person to another taxable person. In a simple term, we can understand that the variety of goods, the taxable goods supplied by one taxable person to another, the recipient or the receiver of the goods and services. Mixed supply defined under GST as a combination of two or more goods or services made together for a single price. Each of these items can be supplied separately and is not dependent on any other. So here we should understand the mixed supply means it's a combination of two or more goods or services, but the price will be put together, the same or single price will be fixed for this mixed supply. So here two or more goods or services together sold at a single price. That's called mixed supply. Exempt supply, as the name suggests itself, and also say that the Act defines supply of goods and services that are not taxable. So they are exempted from levying of any GST tax. Next one is outward supply. It refers to supply of goods and services whether by sale, transfer, barter, exchange, license, rental, lease, or disposal, or any other form or mode of supply or exchanging of goods or services. Principal means a person who on behalf of agent carries on business of supply or recipient of goods or services. So principal here usually the taxable person who engages in carrying of the transactions such as supply of goods and services. The next one is a place of supply. Place here refers to the location, maybe the location of the supplier, a location of the place. Location of the supplier is from where the person is registered under GST. Location of the place of the supply. Location of the place of supply is determined according to the section 10, 11, 12 and 13 of the GST Acts. So since the GST is a destination based tax, which means where the goods or services are actually received or consumed, that on that basis the GST is going to be levied. So the supply of the place of supply so matters very much in case of the GST. So it may be the location of the supplier, maybe the location of the place of the supply, that's how the business entity or manufacturing unit setup. Then location of the supplier is from where the person is registered. So to determine what exactly the place of supply, so it is very clearly defined in detail under section 10, 11, 12 and 13 of the IGST Act. Supplier signifies the person providing the said goods or services and shall include an agent acting as such on behalf of such supplier about goods and services provided. So in a simple understanding, supplier refers to any person who involved in providing goods or services, even it may include the agent also. The next one is goods. It refers to all types of movable property, including auctionable claims, growing crops, grass, and other things attached to the land that are agreed to be served before supply or under a contract of supply, exclude securities and money. So here goods refers to excluding securities and money. So whatever the things or the tangible elements that can be traded or exchanged or supplied or rendered, they are termed as goods under GST. Input service distributor means an office of the supplier or goods or service that services tax invoices issued under section 31 toward the receipt of input services and issues a prescribed document for distributing the credit of CGST, SGST, UTGST or IGST paid for the said services. So we can understand that input service distributor is actually the location of the office of the supplier of goods and services who receives the taxes invoiced under section 31 toward the receipt of input services. The next definition we see the job work. This is refers to means any undertaking, any treatment or process by a person on goods belong to the another person, another registered taxable person. So it can be taken as the contract from a subcontract from the registered taxable person. If any other person involves or undertakes any treatment or process of goods that belongs to the another taxable person, it's called job work. Let's see what is manufacture as per the GST. So it means the processing of raw materials or inputs in any manner that results in emergence of new product having a distinct name, character, and use, and the term manufacturer shall be construed accordingly. So in a simple understanding, we can say that uh, converting raw materials or inputs into a finished good, that process is referred as the manufacturing or manufacture. It's nothing but converting of goods as raw materials or inputs into a finished product. Next one, input tax. With reference to the registered person, input tax means central tax, state tax, or integrated tax, or union territory tax charged on any supply of goods and services are both made to him. The next one, input tax credit. So credit of input tax. So input tax, we can say that so whatever the raw materials or inputs we used for manufacturing process or to bring up a product or to render a service, that tax paid on inputs or raw materials is called input tax. So this tax is going to be deducted by the taxable person. It has to be deducted before payment of the actual GST or tax rate, whatever applicable on any particular goods or services. So input tax credit means credit nothing but the in terms of deduction of the tax which is already paid on inputs or raw materials is called input tax credit. So far we have learned and understood important definitions in this class. Hope you have a clear understanding of the concepts what we have discussed so far. Thank you.